Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia, and in this video I'm going to do a Project Life process video using some of the new stamp and other products from Everyday Explorers. And first I'm going to look through the cards that you can get in their digital shop, and I'm going to have some links down below. Most of them are affiliate links. You don't have to use them, but I do love and appreciate when you guys use them. Thank you so much to those of you who use it. And there's a bunch of different cards. There's some from summer, for vacations, for camping. And I'm gonna use a mix of some of those kits. And I also love the colors too, so that worked perfect with my spread. And I'm gonna start using the spring and summer prompts, which I absolutely love their prompt stamps. I have a bunch of them. And if you want to use one specific product for Project Life, that would be my recommendation, especially something very general like the 29 prompts. And there's also other prompts that work perfect for any time of the year. And I'm also going to use these puffy stickers that are from American Greetings, and I'm just taking advantage of that space to add a label. You can also just stamp directly on the photo, but if you wanted to stand out a little bit, then I would use a label. Or sometimes you want to stamp on the photo and you mess it up, and it's a great way to cover up with the label. And here I was going to use the label at first, but then decided to just stamp directly on the photo. And I'm using inks from Studio Calico. That one right there, Ultra Blue ink, was from the Messy Box ink. Well, actually from the Messy Box subscription, which is really old. It was really cool. But it's the same formula. It fits along with the rest. I think the equivalent of that is the Something Blue ink pad, which I'm going to link down below. And I love this card. I thought it was perfect for the photos since I have some beach photos in this spread. So I'm just going to use the spring and summer prompts, and then I'm going to type the place that we were at, and I'm gonna add more of my favorite little stickers, including one that has a little glass with a drink, because one of the images in that doodle card was like, it looks like a glass of a drink or something like that, so I thought it worked perfect with it. Took this photo before we went to the beach, because otherwise I don't know, beaches are a weird place to take like selfies and stuff like that. There could be way too much sun and the light kind of blows unless it's golden hour time. It's very tricky. And also I wanted to go to the beach and actually have fun with my kids, so I do take a few photos, and I did in that day, but I try not to. Or I tried to take a few at first, and I just wanted to add a little something. And then you can also see a sneak peek of the Airbnb where we're staying at that day. And we went to also another place that it's near the water, which is it's like a boardwalk, and you can feed pelicans and fish and seagulls, and it's really entertaining. Usually it's really full, but I think that was after the hurricane, but before the earthquake, and it was really empty. So there was like a really impatient pelican that was like, "I'm glad you're here. I'm hungry. Feed me or I'll eat your child. She's holding fish. I know it. I can smell it." So that was pretty fun, and I love how this stamp looks. It looks like it was printed on there. The quality is amazing. I was like, sometimes I stamp and I'm like, oh, this looks kind of cool, but sometimes I stamp and it just looks like so perfect and smooth, and it's amazing. And I get a lot of questions about why I erase the stamps, and it's to prep them. They usually have like a protective layer. So what I do with the eraser is that I take that off, I add a little ink, then I wipe it off, and then I use the ink again, and once it's prepped, it stamps better. I also use a cushion pad underneath the photo, and this can be like one of those foamy sheets, but this was from an Amy Tangerine stitching. I forgot the name of the the thing. It came in her stitching kits, and here I don't know why it didn't film. I think it turned off because I ran out of battery. But I used for that one the Explore More stamp set. But the one that I'm using right now is the 6x8 documented stamp set, and I love this one. It's so perfect for project life. It has 4 huge sentiments, which is love this was the best, today went like this, and here's the story. And then you have some little prompts with icons that are about, you know, books, photos, food, travel, music. And here again I use the Explore More with the Brilliance ink, which is my absolute favorite white ink. I also have gotten questions about that. I always link these ink pads. They're in my go-to products. So if you're ever wondering what white ink I'm using, it's that one. This is the second pad I've bought, because the first one got, you know, sometimes the stamp sets don't clean fully, and it was kind of dirty, and it wasn't as white as it originally was. So that's why I replaced it. Otherwise, you can just buy more ink and re-ink the pads. And since I printed these cards on Canon matte photo paper, that tends to ruin the felt tip of my Tombow Twin Tones. So I use these. They're not Pilot, they're Ink Joy from Papermate. Yes. And they're gel pens. They work perfect with that kind of thing. And here's the spread. It's super simple. It's actually part of a week. That's why there is no title card, because it's a filler. It was one of those weeks where a lot of things were happening, and I had so many photos of this trip to Puerto Rico that I was tempted to do a mini album. But then I remembered that I had the Disney album that I was behind, so it was a lot of I already had a lot of projects going on, so I just figured that the best thing to do was to add it to the album, and I'm happy with how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.